What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel and to my top 10 free plugins. The first one I have set up here is by Alex Hilton. I cannot believe that these plugins are for free, and it's the A1 stereo control. I have another one from him coming up next, and it's literally what it says on the box. It's kind of the free version of the S1, but it's equally as amazing. So the loop I have here to demonstrate this plugin with is this. And you can do a lot of stuff with this. You can pan this. You can swap left and right. It doesn't really do anything. In this one, you can flip the phase. You can make it mono, which is pretty cool. And it also has a safe bass, which the S1 doesn't have. And it just makes sure that nothing below a certain frequency actually gets stereoized. So you have that consistency in the low end, and it's free. Next up, we have A1 Trigger Gate by Alex Hilton, and this one is an interesting kind of tremolo gate effect, and the presets alone on this are amazing. And it's awesome because you can use it as both a kind of trigger gate, trance gate, and also as a side chaining tool. Next in line, we have the Petroneck Tremolo, and again, it's a tremolo effect, but it can do so much more. I'm gonna set it to tremolo, and let's hear it in action. You can even set it to pan. Next in line, from the same company, we have AutoSwell Light. They do have a paid version for this that has a few more features, but this one is equally good. And the loop I have here is this. So it has a pretty sharp transient, but with this, so it's the perfect tool if you like the tone of something, but that attack just bugs you and you don't want to constantly automate the attack. Next up, we have Acon Digital Multiply, and I've actually done a more in-depth review of this. Check it out in the description below. But the loop I have here to kind of show you what it can do and how amazing it is, especially for a free plugin, is this. It's just an all-around amazing chorus plugin. We now go into the Voxengo section of this, and they have many amazing plugins and many fantastic free plugins, and this is one of them. And it's interesting how easy it can be to just raise the sides of something and just play around with the mid side of some audio. And this one can do a lot of other things. Now you have it on inline, but it has encode and decode, MSED, so mid side and encode and decode if you have stereo miking. But it's pretty cool what you can do with it in terms of raising the level or lowering the level of either the sides or the mid. So the loop itself is this. You can hear how it brings all of that distortion and all of that noise into the forefront. So this is a pretty cool mid-side processor. It's free and it's super simple to use. Sound delay doesn't look like an interesting plugin, but it can do something truly amazing besides just moving the signal. Let's assume you have this. And you just wanted to make it a bit wider. You can copy it, but if you just pan it left and right, it doesn't really do anything because of phasing issues. But we can actually do something with that to our advantage. We can raise the delay on one side and get a Haas effect. And it's that easy to spread things out. You might get some phasing issues, but if you use it carefully and if you take care of the low end, there's no reason why you can't use this to have a pretty cool stereo within one of your parts. The last one from Voxengo is the Corolla Meter, and this one is something I use every time I open a session, especially if it's with a drum kit that's been multi-mic'd, and especially for the low end. If you just play it on a kick drum, like I have it here, nothing is going to happen because the kick is mono. But let's say you want to layer it with something else. You add another one. And something changed here. It's a bit funny. What happened? It's mostly to do with phase. So we first check it and we see that the low end is out of phase. We flip the phase and now the low end is in phase. So let's see if we put these back in the center, what effect that has. So out of phase, in phase. The low end just completely disappears. So if you have a lot of mics, it's useful to have this meter just to make sure that the low end is intact and you have a thumpy kick. I still can't believe the UJam Finisher Micro is free. It is the kind of light version of their Finisher plugin, but it does so many amazing things, all packed in one single plugin. Again, why is this still free? So this is the loop I have here. And I'm just going to go through the types of effects you can add to see what you can get out of this. How cool is that? And even though this is fantastic on synths and whatnot, on vocals, I've found so many cool uses for something like the infinity or even the distortion, the lead, delays. It's just an amazing plugin, and again, it's free. And last on the list, I have Snare Buzz from Waste Factory, and I've been doing a lot of mixes with acoustic drums that haven't been properly recorded, and especially if you want to get the snare to have a bit of width, having something like this will help. So let's have a listen to what this adds to the snare I have here. So I'm going to put this mixed on max and let's see what we have. So it just brings a bit of that room and the sizzly snare bit of it to the forefront, and let's see what happens if we add the sample back in. It just places it in the room, and especially in the mix, it won't sound this close to you and dead. It's gonna be part of your mix. So I highly recommend you give this one a go. It's free and it's subtle, but it does an amazing job to just make sure that the snare is kind of glued to the rest of the kit. Hey, Andrei here. Thanks a lot for getting to this part of the video. And if you enjoyed it, if you found the video useful, if you got something out of it, if you enjoyed the list of plugins, let me know in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that jazz. And thanks a lot for watching. See you next time.